Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, just playing around. And I'm not sure why it actually created the items that look like this because I started out with this. So if you can see the shadowing, and that's what gives you this going to into the bisque, is what I call it. So I'm going to try a little bit different this time. I'm going to just select all this and just delete it. And I found that, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's take a rectangle and let's get the shape tool and bring in the corners and make a round item. Now let's color that black and take away the outline. Go up to your interactive fill tool. And I'm actually going to swipe up to the white up top instead of the down because I think it is going to flip it when I do it. Now I'm going to just hit the plus key and just make a bunch of these by hitting the space bar. And I'm just going to make quite a few of them at different angles. And then I'm going to hit the plus key and make one smaller. And hitting the space bar will drop a copy wherever you're at. I got one right on top of each other, but you never really know what you're going to get till you get it done. And maybe hit the plus key and make one a little bit smaller. And then I'm just hitting the space bar on the keyboard to just very randomly do that. Let's go ahead and move that one out of the way. Now, I'm going to group this together. Well, I got another one on top of each other. Let's group this together, Control G. And then I'm going to go to the Artistic Media tool, but I'm going to pick the paintbrush. And right there's a little icon for a disk, like you would save it. And I'm just going to call it EEER. Doesn't matter what you call it. So now that's saved. We never know what we're going to get. That's what's kind of fun about playing with it. Let's take an ellipse, and I'm going to hit P, and I'm going to take a 2-point line and hit P, and then I'm going to so I won't have to go all the way around, I'm going to make half of it. Now this is not quite big enough, but let's see what it does. Now I'm going to go to the Artistic Media tool and click on my path. And then right here, I'm going to angle it. See, it's putting it at a elongated angle and it's changing it quite a bit, but it looks still pretty cool. So let's make it a little bit smaller. At least the white is at the top where I want it. I'm going to Control D and nudge it over. So now I'm going to Control G, Control D. I'm going to bring it in with a two-sided arrow, but then I'm also going to rotate it 10 degrees. And then I'm going to Control D. So each one of them is going to rotate a little bit more. Now later on, it's going to start putting them too far apart. So I'm going to be good with that. I'm going to Control G, Control D while holding down the Shift key so it'll grow inwardly and you get a lot more patterns in there. Now let's go ahead and group this together, Control G. And like I said, you never know what you're going to get. I'm going to put a black background or back a page. I've done a video kind of like this, but see how the white is going outwardly and kind of looks like a shadow. And, you could still, since this is group, let's make it duplicate and let's rotate it 5 degrees and look at that. Maybe it's too much of a blur, but pretty interesting graphic. I don't know anybody that would ever draw that. But if you'd play around with it and maybe do some other things and, you know what, let's just try this real quick. Let's make this at a 90 degree. And then let's save the brush stroke. And let's see if this makes any different. Go to the Artistic Media tool, pick the brush, hit the save time, and I'm going to just call this 1, 2, 3, D, R. Funny how I've got so many of them saved under weird names. But see, you can see the spiral in my first one. a little bit better. So now let's take that ellipse. I'm going to go ahead and hit P, take our 2-point line and hit P. And there's several ways to do this, but I find it just easier to do that. You could, use the ellipse tool to make that. Now let's go back to the artistic media brush and just select that and then go up or down. Look at the difference just by something we did, just changing and I think it's because now it is so narrow. That's a pretty cool effect within itself. It doesn't go all the way around. Control D, Control G, Control D, make it smaller and rotate that 5 degrees and then Control D all the way around. Let's look at it with a black box effect. Pretty wild. I don't like it. But the first two, if you play with different shapes and play with your position, that might come out pretty cool. And you could just keep going and going and, going more into the center. I don't know if we have this all grouped around, but all grouped together, but let's get it. I'm going to hold down the shift key. Look at that. Now you got like a big time wormhole. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.